This ranking is based on the play score, a standard rating that averages gamer reviews and critic reviews. Opening our list of the top 15 PC platformers is Limbo. What better way to start off than with PlayDead's primordial puzzle platformer? The indie genre has long led the video game sphere in terms of artistic innovation, and this one is no exception. Inspired by German expressionism and film noir movements, its monochrome landscapes boast an effective minimalism that immerses you into the dark tale it offers. Go on a 2D side-scrolling adventure in Purgatory. Play as a young boy who willingly enters the world of Limbo in search for his sister. Despite its simplicity, it's considered a perfect example of video game as art. It has received critical praise for its captivating plot and remarkable presentation. With smooth gameplay and interesting puzzles, it receives a play score of 8.63. Number 14 is Trine. Dive into a dreamlike fantasy in Frozen Byte's beautiful physics-based puzzler. And when we say beautiful, you can be damn sure we mean it. Keeping true to the fantasy genre, the game offers its players an ethereal platform paradise that's rife with stunning backdrops, challenging puzzles, and an enjoyable co-op experience. Bring along 3 of your friends and go on a quest to free the world from evil. Play as knight, wizard, or thief and use their unique abilities to defeat ghoulish enemies and navigate through the puzzles sprinkled in every area. Feast your eyes and tickle your brain with this dazzling and inventive platformer with a play score of 8.68. Number 13 is BitTrip Presents Runner 2 Future Legend of Rhythm Alien. The friendly neighborhood ninja is shedding off its pixel-fueled past, returning to the fray with a more polygonal perspective. Despite being a direct sequel to their long-spanning BitTrip series, this change of art style brings in significant changes into the mix while retaining their lovable charm. Bringing along a slew of unfamiliar characters, prepare to fall in love anew as you guide Commander Video through a colorful adventure full of pickled uncles, fish-faced companions, and lots of crazy dancing. Even through their drastic artistic changes, it's nice to know they haven't lost their flair. Enjoy the HD runner experience with new features and an awesome soundtrack. It has a play score of 8.68. Number 12 is Super Meat Boy. Before his biblical roguelike hit, Edmund McMillan was all about the meat, stripping the platformer down to its very core. Buckle yourself up for a journey of 1,000 deaths in this unforgiving tale of rescue. Jump over sawmills, avoid bullets, and help Meat Boy save his girlfriend from the evil Dr. Fetus. Test your dexterity in over 300 single-player levels with epic boss fights and an array of unlockable cameos from today's best indie titles. While it's known for its punishing difficulty, it's an open invite for anyone looking for a challenge. Bring out your inner masochist with refined controls, excellently designed levels, and clear-cut personality. It has a play score of 8.7. Number 11 is The Swapper. A puzzle platformer you can experience in multiples. This atmospheric puzzler will immerse you in the solitude of a science fiction world. Embark on an adventure in the depths of outer space and explore the mysteries of an abandoned research station. Transfer your consciousness onto 4 duplicates to reach new ground. With each of them mirroring your move, it opens a new layer of gameplay. It's a side-scrolling platformer that makes use of Metroidvania elements, combining it with the science of cloning and complexities of metaphysics. Plunge yourself in a world of astute imaginings, topped with remarkable hand-drawn visuals and a thought-provoking story. It has a play score of 8.74. At number 10 is Ghost 1.0. From the creators of Unepic comes an epic sci-fi Metroidvania set in the far reaches of the cosmos. Let the fun begin as you infiltrate the Nakamura space station with a ghost, a world-class android spy controlled by the ghost of a young girl. With strength and wit combined, use your robot frame along with a variety of weapons to fight against hordes of mechanical enemies, or turn into your ghost form to control unwitting droids. Collect weapons, gather some upgrades, and search for some secret areas to find helpful power-ups to aid in your journey. Having the same quirky humor as their previous hit, it's definitely worth a look for fans of the Spanish game developer. It has a play score of 8.74. Number 9 is Hollow Knight. Now for a modern Metroidvania classic. Released just this year, this indie platformer has been stealing hearts and wallets since February, and it doesn't look like it's stopping. Already gearing it up for the Switch release, experience the grim world in its original form. Follow a hollow-headed knight into dark dungeons and cavernous crypts on a mission to restore a cursed town. Face off against hordes of adorable yet ferocious insectile foes. Maneuver through punishing areas and revel in its vivid and haunted lands. A new free DLC scheduled to release this July, packed with exciting new things like bosses, tracks, upgrades, and station. It's time to seize your futile resistance and give in to this masterful temptation. It has a play score of 8.74. Number 8 is Broforce. Not to disappoint their legions of fans, Devolver Digital adds another stylish game to their roster of quirky indie games. This time, we're gonna get a dose of hardcore action in Free Live's run-and-gun platformer that oozes with raging masculinity. Get used to the taste of metal and gain an appetite for destruction with their crowd of uniquely awesome characters that parody a whole generation of muscled macho men. Dive into the military action doused in fashionable pixel art style. Serve up some metal meals, pity the fool, and whip out some brotherly love in this testosterone-filled shooter that harkens back to the glory of classics. It has a play score of 8.78. Number 7 is Inside, the spiritual successor to the equally melancholic Limbo. Immerse yourself into another one of Playdead's Orwellian dystopias, wrapped in their signature gorgeous minimalism. Play as a young boy trying to escape from the mind-numbing monotony of this world, and unravel its secrets along the way. Overcome a variety of hurdles and use your mind-control device to solve the puzzles you encounter along the way. It's a haunting story that will leave you breathless till the very end, bringing out an atmosphere of mystery and horrid curiosity. It continues to gain praise from critics from all around the globe. It has a play score of 8.89. Number 6 is Shovel Knight, another well-loved indie game. Shovel Knight has dug itself out of Kickstarter and into every one of today's relevant platforms. Take the shovel-wielding knight around his 8-bit environments and into the deepest dungeons in a quest for love and friendship. Plow down foes, dig out treasures, and help him defeat the malevolent enchantress and take back what is rightfully his. Taking its foundations as a crowdfunded campaign, Shovel Knight is a gift that keeps on giving, presenting its players with new DLCs containing new heroes and new ways to play. It currently has 3 different campaigns, each showcasing the abilities of their knightly protagonists. Bring in the plague or come in like a thief in the night. It has a play score of 8.91. Number 5 is Antichamber. Enter the mind-bending plane of confusion and disorientation in this psychological exploration game. A game several years in the making, Antichamber manages to transport you into the realm of impossibility with its collection of bewildering hallways, recurrent images, and infinite staircases that feel a lot like an M.C. Escher painting in motion. And one could argue that that's exactly the point of the game. It's a dynamically changing world that makes you question the way you see things. When things don't work out the way they usually do, it encourages you to look at different perspectives and solve puzzles in a way you never used to, which is pretty damn entertaining. LSD sold separately. It has a play score of 8.94. Number 4 is Rayman Legends. Everyone's favorite disembodied adventure comes back for another round of monstrous hijinks. The 5th main title in their well-loved series, it takes place after the events of Rayman Origins, in a time where the Bubble Dreamers have grown and multiplied. The limbless protagonist returns with all new levels, as well as Rayman 2's green bottle companion, Murphy. Continue on with the co-op craze and bring along up to 3 of your friends into its frenzied foray. Legends also features a new mode that literally lets you throw punches at enemies while grooving to the beat of their rhythm-based maps. Unlock challenges and climb the leaderboards. It has a play score of 8.97. Number 3 is Gunpoint. This isn't your ordinary detective game, if you could call it that. With its smooth, jazzy soundtracks, noir-like atmosphere, and old-timey detective wardrobe, it might as well be. Whatever it is, it's definitely cool. Play as an endlessly suave spy and use your high-tech cross-link to rewire security devices and infiltrate buildings. Tasked to secure sensitive data, stealth is key. Despite its well-thought-out story, it doesn't try to shove it up your throats, letting you skip through the cutscenes and get right into action. Much like Hotline Miami, it's always a one-shot kill. So find the best courses of action and try not to get your hands dirty. It has a play score of 9.02. Number 2 is Mark of the Ninja. From world-class spies to Japan's elite mercenaries, it's time to prove your worth as ninja and traverse through tricky traps and high-alert guards. Just like Gunpoint, Mark of the Ninja puts a premium on stealth and taking it to a whole nother level. Show off your innate agility and vulpine cleverness to outwit foes in every stage. Pay attention to the noise you make and use your shadows to your advantage. It's a game that rewards you for your intelligent choices, giving you points for bloodless clears as well as your stealthy massacres. With impressive visuals and responsive stealth mechanics, it's easily one of the most satisfying and highly replayable experiences in the genre. It has a play score of 9.11. Here are the runners-up before we reveal the number 1. Psychonauts. Not to be confused with recreational planeswalkers, this platformer takes on a superpowered psychic ride with telekinesis, levitation, and more. Use your noodle with a play score of 8.6. Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. A couch party game that takes you to a neon-colored universe. Man the stations with up to 3 of your friends. It has a play score of 8.6. N++. Claiming to be the best is a bold claim to make, but it surely has potential. Dash through over 4,000 handcrafted levels in this momentum-based platformer with a play score of 8.57. Spelunky. Make like Indiana Jones and venture to the depths of the earth. Its randomized levels and interactive environments rewards it a play score of 8.56. Child of Light. Travel back to 19th century Austria and play as a young girl who finds herself in a fairy tale land of Lemuria. Defend her from the nightmarish creatures and help her find a way home. It has a play score of 8.54. You may get these games right now by clicking the links below. And the best platformer on the PC is Ori and the Blind Forest. As if there was any doubt. Released just last year, Ori has proved itself to be one of the most splendidly created gems of recent times. With its effervescent world, graceful controls, enchanting narrative, it takes us deep into its unforgettable lore. Take control of the guardian spirit Ori and his friend Sign, tasked to become the light and eyes of the magical spirit tree. Together, they conquer the puzzles of their vast, fantastical world using their individual abilities. While it's created much like any other platformer, it has a handful of nuances that separates it from the rest. Known for its tremendous difficulty, its elegant design and heartwarming story is wholly capable of easing all our doubts and frustrations. It receives a play score of 9.18.